Hey, thank you everybody for coming. It is Saturday morning, and the chat is popping. I'm so sorry. I should have put the time for just a couple more minutes later. Got my cup of coffee here. I got David McNiner there, and yes, Ty caught me. Ty caught me. I was on the Ryan G. Hensley show. Sorry, folks. When you encourage somebody to go ahead and start a call-in show, you should try to support them and be there. And that's exactly where I was at. So I tried to wrap the show up quickly, but I tried to get here as soon as possible. And yes, Ty, it is a Godzilla Cup and King Kong Cup. Yeah, it is. That's exactly what it is. Tony made this for me. So I was like, all right, cool. I like to try to drink out of the 49er cups or my Batman cup. I love my Batman, but Lily made me a cup this morning, and that's what I got. That's a pretty nice cup too, David.
Yeah. Tony makes awesome cups.
Yeah. Soon we will be sending off the YTC Productions Cup. I need to get YTC's logo, but he won. If nobody has heard, he won the Corey Davis Pick'em show for this season on David's channel, and he did really good. Everybody did really good. It's a lot of fun when you have your own big time. Hey, my reason I'm big time is because I was able to meet somebody as special as her, and find a great life and just continue to prevail and just go forward. Sometimes there's gray clouds, but if you just hold on tight, you just keep on going. Blue skies come. They really do. So hey, David, how you feel? Are the Lions coming to town? Are they wearing that Hawaii blue, the Honolulu blue? I kind of like that color on them, but I'm one of those old guys that kind of like. I'm one of those people that don't like change too much. I like things being the same. I take my glasses off. I put them on the same table every night. Like I like my coffee one way, blonde and sweet, even though I have a redhead. But just little things like that, simple things. I'm not somebody I'm a very big conservative, I guess you would say. And we don't have to talk politics, but I am. I'm a very big conservative. So how do you feel about the Honolulu blue? And do you think the Lions will be wearing those this playoff game?
I honestly think they're going to. Why do they have Honolulu blue when they're Detroit and they're in the back east north part of the country? It's a good question.
Yeah,
but I think at this point, honestly, are they going to be wearing blue or are they going to be wearing white?
So that's a good question because I don't know if the Honolulu blue is two jerseys, the away and the home, or if it's just for the home. But I know they changed their helmet. So that's what I'd be interested to see is if they're coming in with that other helmet.
I think they're going to be, we wear red at home. So I think they're going to be wearing white, but they could wear blue. I mean, either way, it doesn't really matter. It's not like we have similar team colors here, right?
Right. That's right. Okay, so let's get into the first game if you want to talk a little bit about it. And you know what? We're going to drop the chat link real quick. If anybody would like to come on as well, we're going to keep it to a short show, but we'll bring you on. If you'd like to come in, you come on in. David, how do you feel tomorrow about the Swifties and Lamar Jackson's team?
The Ravens have a really good football team. Really top defense in the league. Patrick Mahomes is Patrick Mahomes. Look at what he did last week. Josh Allen and the Bills had a home game. And KC, it was their first road game, actually. It was Mahomes' first road game in the playoffs. And they went in there and they won the game. Yeah, they had a couple things go their way, a little bit of luck, a little bit of ball bouncing their way, but they still won the game. Honestly, every NFL championship team has had the ball bounce their way and some luck at some point. So But I'm not saying that's what KC's going to do. We're going to have to see what happens.
I think KC has a really good chance to win, just because they've been there before, and it just, I don't know, maybe the fans will go, not the fans, but the refs, favor them. I don't know. It seems like sometimes in these championship games, you have to play against two teams. You have to play against the team on the field, and then you have to play against the Zebras. And that's not always fair. Do you feel that we got some, I don't know, I don't like going back and saying woulda, coulda, shoulda, or, oh, we got favored here or they got favored. But if you look back at the Packer game, do you think we got spotted, some favorable spots? Do you think we got helped by the refs?
I think that went both ways in that game. Bebop, what's good, buddy? But I think that went both ways in that game because, look at all the penalties that they were calling on us, and they could have called more penalties on them, but they didn't. And then like that 4th and 1, the TV analysis guys were like, I think he may have made it. That's a favorable spot for the Niners. So either way, offsetting calls by the refs, we won the game, right?
Yeah. How you doing this morning, Bebop? Oh, we got Bebop frozen. There he is. How you doing this morning? Oh, we can't hear you.
No, we can't hear you yet. Check your mic.
That's okay though.
Nope.
Keep working on it. Keep working on it. Okay. So I'm as far as the Kansas City Chief games goes and the Raven game goes, it would be great to see Lamar win it because he hasn't done it. I think that's where a lot of people are at, with the Niner game. They'd like to see the Lions win it because they haven't won it. But you can't count out Kermit. And I like calling him Kermit. Patrick Mahomes, I don't feel like it's it's not a put down. I'm not insulting the guy. If I met him, I'd probably say I would be that guy. I would say, hey, could you sign it from Kermit to Bryant, or so, I don't know, like, you know what I mean? Like, I try to be funny. I would slip it in there when I was talking to him. Hey, if he didn't like it, I'm sure I'd get maybe I don't know, giggle or something. I don't know. Maybe he would like it. But shout out the chat. Thank you, Bebop. Conference in Championship. That's the shirt. All right. So we got a lot of people in here right now. Of course, we got Ty Austin in here. We also have Tony in here. And Tony, she just came in. And she says, hey, everybody. And I also want to try this. So check it out. You got the whole thing going on. And I'm not as smooth as Terradome is. Terradome is pretty smooth. So we're going to try this. So, when your queen comes in, you got to have that cool, like, little, clip or whatnot. So we're going to try it. Forgive me if I fail epically. Here it goes. Here it goes. Wow, I got it. So now I just need to shorten it. So when Tony comes in, I can drop that clip. Tony has done it again. All right, folks, we're keeping it fun this morning. Definitely keeping it fun. Bebop sent me some music the other day, and it was really cool. I like Bebop's choice of music. So we got a wolf sighting in here. We got Steve-O in here. John J. We got Caitlin. Caitlin ever wants to come on. She knows she can come on. Caitlin, love to get you on, talk football. Caitlin's Tony's cousin. Great lady, really is. And Ty Austin. Thank you very much, Ty, for coming in. And we have, let's see, John LaJoy, the man, the myth, the legend. John Joy's got a great channel too, guys. Check it out. He does some call-ins and people come in and have some fun. We got Rob D in the house. Thank you, Rob D, for coming through. I miss the art. Remember, everybody, it used to be Rob D art, but Rob D is back. I love it. And then, yeah, that's where we are at right now, guys. So if you guys want to start having some fun, put your score predictions in for tomorrow's game for Kansas City and Baltimore, and let's just see what happens. We'll start reading them out as they come through the channel. Oh, and we have Miss Cynthia in here. Hey, Cynthia, thanks for coming. She's great. She supports so many people. Really, truly great. Okay. So, Bebop, how's your audio? Can we hear you now?
I think I figured it out.
There it is. There it
Finally.
is. You got it, buddy.
Jeez Louise, I'm talking to myself over here.
Hey, it's okay. If you're answering
Hey,
yourself, that's
quick.
okay too. Sometimes when you're talking, you gotta have conversation. So if no one's talking and you're
Right.
talking
I'm
about
sitting there like, well, I have it's on the screen, the unmute, and on the keyboard. So it's like, I'll figure it out at some point or another. But I wanted to show you guys. So I'm going to go watch the game tomorrow. My cousin is a Lions fan, like diehard since we
yeah,
were young. So
yeah,
I just going to show you a quick pic of us back in the day. And that's us.
yeah,
That's me, the little
yeah.
white boy. He's the one with the Barry Sanders. So it's a family affair tomorrow. His older brother is the Chiefs fan, so it's going to be a party tomorrow. It's going to be
Oh
dope.
wow.
Yeah.
Hey, and didn't the Lions play the Chiefs this year? And didn't they? Didn't the Lions
Yeah,
beat the Chiefs?
the first game of the season. Yeah, that was a Thursday night game or something like that. They won. This guy, he's ballsy. The coach is ballsy. He went for a fake punt right away to start the game off at their own 20 or something like that. Like nuts. Like they're hungry. You know what I mean? They're hungry, and I don't expect anything less after that. You know what I mean? But I think we got him. I think we can get their number. And Jared Goff, I learned that his 16 number is because of Joe Montana. So that's like a fun little nugget, I guess. But you know what I mean? Yeah, Brock is the new. So I don't know. I think golf is just going to be golf at the end of the day. You know what I mean?
Okay, so somebody was talking the other day, and they said that Jared Goff is an elite. And
Is it?
I love the word elite, but
They
why
said
is
he is an elite or he is elite.
he isn't elite?
Okay.
Okay. And
Yeah.
I do. I love the title elite. I love how people get to say this person or this person, and they say he's not elite because he hasn't won a Super Bowl. Okay.
Mhm.
But if you get to 2 Super Bowls and you lose 2 Super Bowls, are you
Did
still not elite?
did they
Are you,
score? What was the score in that Super Bowl? Did he put up
was it
28 to
20?
3.
20? What?
Was it 28-3, the Patriot Rams Super Bowl, or was it like 10-3? Was it
All I
28 to
know
3?
is he didn't throw no tutties, and it was definitely 3 points. So, I mean, they did what they had to do, but did they really, what I mean, show that there were some sort of like dominance in like the NFC conference? Like, I don't really think so. And they booted him out the fucking, excuse my French,
13-3.
13-3. So no touchdowns. Well, yeah, but
Oh, that's right. You're right. 13 to
yeah,
3.
yeah. I mean, he made it there. I get it, but I mean, they're probably riding on the coattails of that defense, which eventually got one. But
And the reason I'm asking, and no, I don't think golf is elite, but what I'm getting at is how many times can you go to a Super Bowl and then still not be considered elite?
well, when you don't throw a touchdown and you don't score a touchdown in the Super Bowl, how embarrassing is that? You know what I mean? And I think it's gonna be the same thing tomorrow night. I mean,
Okay, but with that, right? If you go the whole season and you do throw touchdowns and you do get your team to the Super Bowl, but you don't play well in the Super Bowl, at that moment, you just didn't play well in that big game, right?
yeah,
And it could be on the coach. It could be on the coach on how he was playing, or maybe the defense on the other side, had a
yeah,
really good game or something like that. So I'm not rooting for the Lions to get to the Super Bowl, no. But if they do get to the Super Bowl, and I don't think anybody would be not rooting against them, but I don't think anybody's really going to be favoring the Lions against the Ravens. Already beat them this year. The
yeah,
Chiefs did lose to them this year. Maybe that would be their best way to win a Super Bowl if it was the Chiefs versus the Lions. But if golf gets to another Super Bowl, I think you'd have to look at them in a different, category, in a different light, right?
yeah, yeah. I think from the consensus of like the Lions camp, what I'm hearing, they're just happy to make it to this point. You know what I mean? And it's not golf; it's the whole. I mean, the Lions in general, and they're my cousin's just saying, like, whether they win or whether they lose, they're just happy to make it. But we're not happy just to make it. We want more. You know what I mean? We've been through it. They haven't had, I mean, they have some playoff wins. You know, it's a little notch on their belt, but that's all. You know, I don't want to be cocky about it neither, but that's all that they're going to get. You know what I mean? I don't think, like, especially with Debo coming back, like, it's going to be a game. It's going to be a game tomorrow.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a great game tomorrow. The Niners,
they're just happy to make it, and we've already been there.
So we have no excuses. The Niners have to win the game. There is no other ifs, ands, or buts. We don't really care what happens after this game because this is the time, this game right here. What is going to be the moment? And I would look at it like, if the Niners can get the ball, right, not take it from, start the coin flip happens at the beginning of the game, we get them to go 3 and out, or we hold them to a field goal or something. But if the Niners can go down and score a touchdown and get another touchdown, I don't think we lose the game. I think if we get up by 2 scores, I don't think we lose the game. But if we have a game like we played with the Packers last week, where it's back and forth a little bit, or we're not stopping the run, I don't feel confident in this team. I don't. I'll watch the whole game. I'm going to be rooting for the game the whole time. But it was until like 7 minutes, 6-7 minutes in the game last week, until I truly felt like we had a chance. At the beginning of the game, they were just running right through us. And every time they needed a first down, they needed 6 yards, they were getting 7 yards. And I think I've said that a couple times. I think David and me both have been talking. And at this point, it's the Niners have to come to play. And I know a lot of people say, oh, the Lions are really bad at passing right now, so the Niners should come in and try to pass. And they're a really good running defense. Well, if you look over their season statistics for the year, they have been. But their last couple of games, they've been giving up big yards to the opposing team. With that, I would like to see the Niners come in and run. But if they have to pass, I don't care. I just want them to get the job done, right? You have to stop it. And the other thing is they have a really good defense on stopping the run. So you have to look at it like that. Are we going to take our chances and just run it down their throat, which we always say that's 49er football. And if we're going to win, we have to dominate on that side of the ball. But it's really tempting. Are they trying to coax us into passing? And is that going to be our issue? David, when someone's saying, oh, pass it, and they're begging you to do it, do you give them what they want? Do you give them what they want?
No. When it comes down to it, the last couple games, it seems like Kyle comes out and he just starts, passing the ball around like that's going to be our main focus. And we have a QB now, yeah. But our offensive line is not necessarily built for pass blocking. When they draft an offensive lineman, they draft them for their run blocking skills, not their pass blocking skills. Yeah. So at this point, if Kyle wants to go in a different direction, in the future, it's time to start thinking about getting some guys that are really good at pass blocking, and maybe teaching them how to run block versus getting the run blockers and trying to teach them how to pass block. But I would like to see us come out, at least run the rock on first and second down, playing 49er football instead of passing the ball 39 times and, rushing it, 20 times around in this last game. Let's run the ball 30 times and, pass the ball 25 to 30 times, something like that. Let's play 49er football. Let's eat the clock. Let's wear their defense down. It's just what we do. Keep their offense on the sideline, which when it comes to Jared Goff, for some reason, I'm not necessarily fearing him because he's not a Lamar Jackson, Kyler Murray, Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen type of QB. He's not mobile. He can take off and scramble, but I'm pretty sure our defensive linemen can catch him if they want to.
Yeah, the thing is he isn't mobile, and that might be well for us. How would you rate Kirk Cousins? Would you say he's a mobile guy?
I would say he's not necessarily known for being mobile, but he does have wheels. He can run. It's just faster than Golf and James Richard Garoppolo. He can run faster than those guys, but he's not. It's not going to be the primary focus of his game at any point in time, right? Like Lamar Jackson, for example.
And the reason I bring that up is because when Kurt had time against us, we didn't get pressure on him. When he had time against us, he was able to really dink and dunk against us. He was able to, just really dissect us. That's kind of what happened with Matthew Stafford earlier this season. And if our corners give up that coverage, that space, then they're going to be catching 7-yard passes, 8-yard passes every throw, and they're going to go right down the field on us if we allow them to do that. I think we definitely have to get pressure on the quarterback. We need more than just pressure. We got to get sacks. We have to get sacks. That's a nice T-shirt. That's a nice T-shirt. Yeah, Cousins didn't move on at all, and that's one thing. Is like the last couple of years, I think we've been really focusing on.
A little expensive.
I think we've really had since like Russell Wilson came in town. We've been having a really hard time with quarterbacks in the backfield. It's like they put skates on us or put us on ice without skates, and we're just slipping everywhere, right? And when we deal with a scrambling quarterback, it really puts us at odds. When we did play the Ravens this year, he didn't have that great of a game. He just really played game manager, quarterback manager. He had a couple big runs, but for the most part, he didn't really have that big of statistics because we kept him in the pocket for the most part. And he had to throw the ball, and he had some pretty good passes but he didn't have big chunks and stuff. Our defense did really good. So I think what our defense is finally doing is transitioning where we can handle the pocket, handle the running quarterback, but I think we're giving up on the pocket. And David, I don't want to see that happen. I don't know how we can fix it where we can stop the running quarterback and stop the passing quarterback. It doesn't seem like we can do both.
Honestly, with our personnel, we can. It's just like Aaron on Monday, was saying he'd like to see us kind of get away from the wide nine and get back to, more compacted defensive line and playing more traditionally. And we could do that, which would leave less running lanes for the quarterback and less running lanes for the running back. So there's a benefit to doing that. And, the wide nine is all about getting to the quarterback, which we get pressures, but we don't get sacks. That's we're not getting there. We're not getting that negative play that makes a good impact on the game, right?
Yeah.
And it's been kind of disappointing. Teams are scouting us. They know you get the ball out quick, don't give them a chance to get there. It negates the pass rush. And that's, from what we've seen over the season, that's what the teams that do good against us do. They call quick slants, quick pass plays. They get the ball out before our defensive linemen have a chance to get there. So, hey, speaking of Aaron, 49ers First Takes podcast, there he is. Good morning, buddy.
But sometimes when you say someone's name, they kind of hear it, huh? It's just a little weird.
Like I said, there's a benefit to not running the wide nine. And our personnel, Nick Bosa is a good defensive end. Either way, wide nine or not wide nine, he's going to get his pass rush on. Same thing with Hargrave. Armstead, he's a good player. It's disappointing to see that plantar fasciitis and the stuff that's affecting him. Hopefully, he can stay healthy for this game in front of us. That's all we got in front of us right now. But I'm not ready for off-season talk, buddy. I was about to go there, but I'm not. I'm just not going to do it. Not talking off-season till the off-season, folks. So if you catch me doing it, ask me what I'm doing in the chat, okay?
So I do. I think we have changed a little bit. Our whole idea about being this we can stop. It's not that way anymore. And the way our coach is, if Steve Wilkes is, sorry to bring it up, but if he's still our defensive coordinator next season, then I think things will change, continue to change in that direction. The wide nine, it's working right now. And you know what they say, when it's working, don't break it. If it's working, you don't have to fix it. You don't have to touch it, so, but I
What
do
what
see,
do, what
I
do you
do see,
think of? Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was just going to say, I do see there being a difference in playing against Jared Goff, because he does seem to be a little bit of a statue. But we give this guy time back there, he's going to light it up. He really is. And he's going to make us look really bad.
Yeah,
Because,
like what media said, like, is Boza, like, are we going to get pressure? We didn't get any sacks last game, and that's kind of, I mean, Debo is out, but it's the for the offense, but for the defense, is like we were supposed to get there and stuff like that. I mean, we got him at the end, and the pressures definitely help, and at least we had Armstead, but are we going to get home? Are we going to get there? And like you said, if he sits back there, he can pick us apart. And I think we have to, light a little bit, a little flame under him to kind of like, get him scared a little bit, and throw his timing off. But we got to get some pressure on him big time. That's who we are, That's why we got Chase. I mean, we lost Cleveland Farrell, which was like a low key, little cornerstone for us. We got Austin Bryant back. I don't know how much that's going to play a game, but we got Kalia Davis. So I hope Steve Wilkes just mixes it up and keeps him off balance for sure.
yeah, I would like to see that, and I don't want to see the gaps. I don't want to see them giving a big cushion for the wide receivers. I do think Golf is going to try to attack us. I know they have two really good running backs. I think both of their running backs, if I'm correct, went over 1,000 yards. I'm not positive on that.
Montgomery, I think.
So with that, it's like, okay, we definitely got to stop the run. And the problem that we've had is stopping the run. It's when Armstead's out. And Armstead's been out like last 7 games or so, and we've been getting some big chunks on us. I know this
26th in the league in the run defense.
Yeah, you can't have that. Not in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Not during weather games. But you guys both said it. We're not raining this week. And the good thing too is the Lions play in a dome. We don't play in a dome. They got to come outdoors. And that's kind of funny. The Lions aren't good outdoors, right? They're supposed to be the kings outdoors.
Yeah, big time. Yeah, I think plus somebody asked Kyle Shanahan like whether the 12th man is going to be something, and I think that 12th man has been, we've been traveling heavy. It's been more red than any other color in most of the stadiums that we've been to all season long. I think the crowd has to show up too and give us that, definitely what we've been fighting for, what we've been wanting, that number one in the playoffs advantage. And we got some rest. Now we knocked the rust off in Green Bay, and I think we're rolling now. Now Debo's back, and I think we have all the confidence in the world to just sweep these Lions. Like, I don't think it's good. I give it a close game, but I really want it to be a blowout, to be honest. I think we all do.
Yeah, I think we all want it to be a blowout.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because if we win another game like we did last week, a lot of people are just going to say, well, the Niners aren't really the team that we think they are. And,
Yeah, but we know who we are all season long. You know what I mean? So it's just like, I hope we bring that's those same games we had in Philly, the same game that we had against Dallas. And even if it's a grindy game, like if it comes down to Jake Moody, if Jake Moody sends me to the Super Bowl, I'm getting the Jake Moody jersey. You know what I mean? Like, straight up.
Bebop,
yeah.
Then you could wear it when you're on stream with us, and Ryan could wear it too. Maybe I'll get one.
I want to wish. I saw somebody had a Wisnowski jersey. I want one so bad. Somebody was like, I don't know. After the game last week, there was some guy online just rolling around with his phone, and some guy with a Wisnowski jersey just rolls up, and he's just like, Wishy. I fucking love Wisnowski.
Yeah, I got a practice jersey over here.
I'm an ex-soccer player. I used to play soccer, so like, I got love for my kickers, no doubt.
Yeah, I've seen a Tabor Pepper jersey out there in the stands before. That's cool. That's definitely cool. That's when you have like somebody who's like really, you can't take their fanhood away. You can't, and you can't really argue with them. Somebody goes and buys a weird ass person on the team, right? And you're like, who did why what? Well, yeah, that's my guy.
Hey, Brian is the first. You're the first one with a Jake Moody jersey. I think you're like, it was fresh off the print. You got it. You got one of one for sure. It was early too.
Everybody should have their jersey checklist, right? No, not everybody can have everything, and nobody wants. I don't think anybody wants everything, right?
You got a Wisnowski jersey, don't you?
I have a practice jersey. Yeah, I got a practice jersey. Yeah.
Yeah,
but like again, not everybody can have everything in the world, but like you start having your 49er Rushmore, like everybody would expect you to have like a quarterback jersey or a wide receiver jersey or something like that. But then when you start getting into somebody who has like a lineman jersey, or you get into somebody who has like a kicker or punter jersy, I mean, you're starting to reach, and that's when you find like somebody who's a real fan. Not that anybody else isn't a real fan, but that's when you start like, that's somebody you gotta go talk to that person, because they're a little more passionate, maybe.
They know. I went to a party, to like a watch party last year for the Seattle playoff game, like a 49er chapter out here in Pennsylvania. And there was this girl. She was like the hottest girl in the place, and she had a use check jersey, and like I was just like, I was magnetized towards her because she was super hot, but the juice, it was like double effect. I was like, holy shit. It was like a black use check jersey. It was, oh my God, she was cool.
I started dating Tony, right? I already knew Tony from long ago, but I she was now of age where I could date her, and because I'm just a couple years older than her, and we're there hanging out at her cousin's house, right? And she has a iPod, and she's just sitting there talking to me, and we were going through her pictures, right? And I start seeing all these 49er pictures. And again, like I know of her, and I know of her family, and but when she starts sliding through all these 49er pictures, I'm like, hey, like, you got some Batman pictures in there too. I mean, like, what else you got, right? Like I started really getting excited because, hey, when you find somebody that likes the same things that you like, and you can get along, and you have things that you have in common. Oh man, it's great. It really is.
My ex is her dad was like a football coach. So like, I don't know, like me and him, like not we like Chase was it Chase Daniels? I think his name was. He played for Missouri, and he was the quarterback that year. And there was another like wide receiver. He got picked in like the first round. We went and saw, and football connects people big time. Like it's crazy. I haven't seen my cousins in years, and now I'm gonna go over there and watch the game tomorrow. So football definitely is. There's a force behind it all.
Oh man, there is. There truly is. It's just, hey, never really thought about it. We're like, man, a bunch of guys getting on a field, running around and hitting each other and stuff. But it's more than that, right? It's more than that, Yeah. So, hey, thank you everybody for coming. We appreciate everybody. Please put your predictions in the chat. If you think Baltimore's winning, or if you think Kansas City's winning. If you want to put a score prediction, that'd be great. We'll try to read them out or put them up there on the board, on the screen. I think all of us right here, we're all rooting for a good game. I really, truly am. I really don't care who goes to the Super Bowl on the AFC side. I really don't. I'm more focused on.
I want a rematch.
Hey, I think you can get it if we can.
We should get the rematch.
Yeah,
We gotta get that back. We gotta run it back. Like we gotta
if
run
the
it back.
Niners win tomorrow, we'll definitely get a rematch. Now it
Yeah.
might not be the one you want, but we'll get a rematch.
Right. Either way, it's a rematch, right?
Yes, either way.
Yeah.
But
I
not getting ahead of ourselves, folks. The Detroit Lions are who's in front of us right now.
yeah. I feel it. I feel a lot of people upset about the Ravens loss because that was the first sting. It's like the first one that broke your heart. And then, but the recent one, everybody still remembers that kid Patrick Mahomes.
He's a
That
problem.
one hurts too. So, but I want to take on golf, and we're 3-6 against golf, if I'm correct. I want to be 3-7.
That's
I
right.
want to just get it done. I am a little bit more happier that the game is at nighttime because
Are you surprised that we got the night game? Like I felt
no, because of the West Coast. If our game would have been back in Detroit, then maybe it would have been a little bit different. But I think with it being in Baltimore first, then we'll see who wins. Baltimore, Kansas City, and then we get the evening game. If it don't go the way we go, I'm going right to bed. I'm not talking to nobody.
Yeah, we're gonna be MIA for the next month and a half.
Yep. Turn off the channel, turn off the lights. Bryant's not here. Bryant will be back, but not for a while.
Yeah.
No, I feel for it, because there is a lot of.
We've been there, so
definitely been there.
I think this is our year, dude. Like big time. Like I feel like we have everything we need possible, to work out, and I don't think even at this point, Jimmy G's going to throw, that pass way over this guy's head. I forget what his name is, the receiver or whatnot, but
Emmanuel
Sanders. Yeah, that cat, Brock is going to connect. That it's just, I think we all know it. I think Kyle feels it all season long, and I just hope that Kyle puts everybody in the right spot for us to, catapult this team. And I don't want to win by just a minor margin. I want to blow these teams out. And I think that we have enough firepower that we can, big time. Both games.
We got some breaking news from Steve-O here. Breaking news.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Want to bring in Jimmy.
There was another thing. That I heard is how about if we bring in Belichick for DC next year? What would you think about that?
I wouldn't be opposed to it.
Right? Imagine that. The best DC, the best OC, keep this train rolling, you know what I mean?
But you guys, this is the off-season talk. We're not worried about off-season. No, we're not.
Oh man, okay, but I still I gotta. Oh man, Fangio going to the Eagles possibly. Is that going to help? I mean, we could save that for later.
3-4.
We could talk about the Eagles. Their season's done. Their season's done, and they have the personnel to run his defense. Will it help? If they get a new set of defensive backs that can actually cover, maybe.
I do like Chase Young standing up instead of the 4-3, make it a 3-4, half of the time, and change it up, give different stunts and stuff like that. I appreciated Aldon Smith on the edge like that, where he can get down on the 3-point stance and he can also stand up like a linebacker. I love that. I hope he shows up tomorrow.
I don't know if it's official or if it's just talk, but they were speculating, saying that Fangio would go to the Eagles. Now, if he does, then that's good for the Eagles, because I think the guy's got a lot of talent and he can really turn the Eagles defense around. But if he was to go to the Chargers,
right? I was just gonna bring that up.
Man,
if he goes back, if he connects back with Harbaugh.
The Chargers, oh my gosh, do they become like the Los Angeles 49ers? Do they have it better than us then?
How many teams do we have at this point? Right? We got the
Right?
Jets. We got the Jets. We got the Texans. We got the Dolphins.
Miami Dolphins, yeah, the Niners, the Miami Niners. Gosh.
Yeah,
The Titans, I think,
even
are now
everybody else
with
too.
us. We have the Packers affiliated with us. We
Green
have,
Bay, the Rams.
yep, we have the Redskins affiliated with us.
I said at one point that the Kyle Shanahan's coaching tree is like a big redwood. It's just fucking massive. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm definitely looking forward to it. Again, predictions for the Ravens and Kansas City tomorrow.
All right, so
I think the Ravens should win. I just got a feeling Kansas City's going to do it, guys.
I gotta go Chiefs. My cousin's a Chiefs fan, so if I'm going to his like watch party or whatnot, but if they lose, like the next game, he's probably just gonna be out of it. You know what I mean? If he's like a diehard, he went to the parade in Kansas City when they won it versus us. You know, I mean, it was okay or whatnot, but I don't know how he's gonna feel if they do lose, and he's gonna have to sit there and watch me and his brother watch the Lions and Niners game. Like I feel,
I didn't really like watching the Super Bowl last year. I really didn't. I had I think we had a barbecue or something like that.
I loved it. I went to an Eagles bar, and all the Eagles fans that were talking smack to me like a couple weeks beforehand for the NFC Championship game, I just saw them all melt in their chairs, and it was like one of the best Super Bowls I've ever seen. Right? And they all, when they lost, when they were losing at the end, they all came up to me and they all apologized for the week before that they're talking all their junk, you know. And, you know, we had to shake hands. I shook hands, watched them cry a little bit. It was great. I'm telling you.
That is great. I just really didn't get into it too much last year. I was walking around entertaining everybody, and I like entertaining. And
what'd you cook? Did you fry some turkeys?
I probably did. I can't remember. I usually deep fry turkeys.
Right?
I do. We got a turkey fryer, and we just
when we go for the parade, are you gonna barbecue?
Oh, most definitely.
Right.
Now the parade.
We'll be there, right? Right, Big New? We're gonna go.
Now the parade,
if it happens, we're not there yet.
All right,
yeah, just one game at a time. But if anybody in the chat knows too, and maybe you have an idea because your cousin went. When would you guys expect the parade to happen? Would it be like on a Tuesday, on a Wednesday?
Yeah, it's like a off day. I remember it was like a Tuesday or Wednesday or something like that.
Because they like let everybody get home, get over the hangover, and then it's like the very next. I don't know. I would be looking to see the Super Bowl like parade Tuesday or Wednesday or Thursday. I don't think they're gonna hold it till Friday. I think that'd be too
yeah, it'll be too much. I think it's a midweek for sure. I think it's better for like travel and all that stuff, especially like hotel rooms and stuff. There's gonna be a lot of people going into, you know, SFO or whatnot. But if it does happen, you can count me there. We're fucking gonna be raging.
Oh yeah. Well, if you guys come out, I'll have a spot out here for you guys to, stay until you need to leave, But this is something exciting. This is really something exciting. And to be, right here living life and be as lucky as we are right now. I mean, look at the Lions. They've waited like 50 something years to go to a Super Bowl, right?
Yeah.
And now we are on the opportunity to go to another Super Bowl if we just take care of business. Take care of business one game at a time. I mean, it doesn't sound that hard. It doesn't sound like that, until I guess you put the pads on and go out there and suit up. But again,
I think I'm the most confident that we can possibly be. Like for the last couple of years, I think like this is like, I think we have all the tools in our belt to really get the job done for sure.
I would say I'm confident, and I would say at this point I am not. pissed off.
Can't be over. I don't want to be overconfident, but like compared to other years, where I
Like,
questioned Jimmy or questioned,
if they're in the same predicament that they are next year, and like we don't win the game here, we don't win the Super Bowl, or we go to the Super Bowl, we lose it, and we're in the same boat we are next year, I think I would be more mad. I think I'd be like a little bit more like upset, more anxious. I mean, it's been a long time since we won a Super Bowl.
Would you blame the player, or are you going to blame coaching?
I guess it would have to depend on what happens,
Right.
because like with this game,
because Kyle really
right. Debo come out, and when we come out of halftime, Kyle admitted to running the wrong play and having Juwan Jennings run the ball, and he said that wasn't supposed to happen.
I thought that right away. I told my friend, I was like, that's a Debo play, but since Debo's not in, like, I don't know what the fuck Kyle was thinking when he ran that, because Jennings is not like a speed demon or nothing like that,
No, give that ball to Ray or do something,
He'll break it. He'll break a tackle, but like he's not gonna get through any gaps or anything like that in the run game. So it was like even Ayuk. So it was like weird to see that. I'd rather see Jordan Mason take that route than
I just don't. So like Debo come out, right? And I know we're not the coaches and stuff like that. We're just fans, fanatics. But why couldn't they have switched CMC to Debo's position? Debo isn't a wide receiver. He's a wide back. Put him out there, put Mitchell on the field as the running back, and let's cook, right? Like, I don't see where we're missing anything. Like, CMC's a really good passer. He's probably a better catcher than Debo is. He might not be as physical as Debo is, but he's as elusive as he is. I mean, I don't know who you'd rather want. Would you take Debo or would you take CMC? If you're like we're playing pickup, right? We're gonna go, and you get to pick first. You taking CMC or Debo?
CMC.
I think I'm taking CMC.
Yeah. He's just like his bend is like just crazy. You saw the Arizona game. He jumped over somebody and ran it in. He didn't jump over somebody and just get tackled, get like a couple more yards. He jumped over somebody and just kept it moving. Like his bend and his flow is just
maybe
that's why he's the number one running back in the league.
Maybe it's his maturity, or maybe it's his mentality. But it seems like CMC tries to keep himself from getting hurt. And Debo doesn't seem to fear getting hurt.
Yeah,
and he gets hurt a lot. He gets hurt a lot. Like,
why are you going Teradome says Debo in Swahili is missed the first tackler or something like that.
That's Teradome. Teradome's great, man.
Great.
Okay, same question for you, David. If you are picking, you get to pick first. Are you picking CMC or are you picking Debo?
I'm gonna have to pick CMC. I like Debo. I like what he does, but CMC is a grinder, and he can literally be put in Debo's spot and do the same thing.
Yeah, he plays wide. He plays wide out if he wants to. He catches just as much as he runs as well. So I think we have a good orchestra to get things done here, and I'm super excited. I'm so excited. I'm elated to get to tomorrow.
I am very excited too. I am really, really excited. I think this game comes down to just anything and everything. Nothing's off the board. Dan Campbell, he'll go for it on fourth down.
Want a pick six? Let's get a pick six.
He'll let us.
Greenlaw wanted it. Run. I want it.
I mean, this guy will let his special teams go out there and play. So this is going to be a very, very big game. And the reason I'm bringing that up is we had a kickoff. Jake Moody missed the tackle, but he almost made the tackle, right?
He jumped at it.
There was a fumble later, and I think it was number 9. I think that was Willis. Is that Braylon Willis?
Yeah, 9.
He did the Cam Newton thing, I kind of feel like, in the Super Bowl where he didn't drop on the ball. I feel like he could have like even nudged the guy or like fell
Oliver.
into the guy.
Oliver could have went to the side, and he just stayed inside and got blocked. Like that's why he got benched. Like it was him to just obviously know that he's going to go to the edge or take over the edge, and he didn't. And it was just like, okay, that's why you're on special teams. I was so mad.
When I seen the ball pop out and there was an opportunity for the guys to dive on it and they didn't dive, and like
yeah, that was luck.
It was touch, like let me tag him so he's down. I didn't like that.
I loved when the ball popped out for like a good couple seconds. I was just like, yes, like quick turnover, because turnovers are double in the playoffs. That's what they say. So
yeah, I just really wanted to see number 9 go into the guy's, rib cage or something with his knee or something, try to get him, like loosen up on the ball or something a little bit right there, so because when he scooped on it, he really clutched it. And at that point I was like, man, 9 could have went for it. You didn't.
Yeah. How about that Ayuk pass that he caught it, and it was like the clutchest catch you can fucking see, and it looked like it wasn't caught. And even my best friend was like, oh, he didn't catch it. And I was like, no, he got it. And Ayuk was like, first down. And we got it.
All right, folks. Well, we're going to go ahead and head out. We appreciate you all for coming. It's been a great show. A lot of fun. Hopefully, you guys get together with your family, your friends, come back to see us tomorrow morning. We'll do another quick update, a quick breakdown of the games, and have a little bit more fun. It'll be streaming on David and my channel tomorrow, so please make sure you like, subscribe, share, tell a friend to come and watch with us, and we'll go from there. We got one more week of playoffs, guys, and then after that, we'll go from there. So please like, subscribe, share, turn on your notifications. Go Niners. Stay faithful. David, Bebop, thanks for coming. David, will you please send us out?
Hey, as Corey Davis would say, go Niners and F all 31 other teams.